Welcome back to freehighschooleducation.com. Today we are going to do chapter 6.2 exercise session on page 206. Simplify. These exercises are easy exercises, so we are going to go through them very quickly. Actually, from now on, most of the algebra will be very easy. Hopefully you will not encounter any problems. Most of the hard stuff was between chapters 1 and 5. So we hope that you will have easy time with algebra from now on. So we will only mention the rule that applies sometimes to remind you of the rules, but we will do these exercises in a relatively faster way than usual. So we start with number 16, r cubed s squared all raised to 6. Here power to power, we have two bases, so we multiply the power of each one with 6. So we get here 18 and here 12. And that will be the answer. Next is number 20 minus a to the fourth b squared c, all raised to power 4. Here we have three bases that we can see right away. So each one we will multiply its power by the power of the whole number. And here we have the minus sign to deal with. You can assume this to be minus 1, and then this is raised to power 1. You will multiply this power by 4, so we will have something like this. And then we multiply each power here by 4, so we get 8, 16, b 8, and c 4. Now we will deal with this. Minus 1 raised to an even power will give us a plus sign. And then 1 times itself 4 times will give us 1. So we get plus 1, a to the 16, b to the 8, c raised to 4. And we usually do not write the 1 or the plus, so the answer will be like this. Next is number 24. Minus into minus 6a squared b squared c cubed all raised to the second power. Here we have 4 bases, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to multiply the power of each with the whole power, so we get this minus 6, the whole thing squared, a to the 4th, b to the 4th, c raised to 6, and we close the parentheses. Minus, this we squared, that's 36. The rest remains the same. Multiplying minus by all this, we simply change the sign of this number, and we get minus 36, a to the 4th, b to the 4th, and c raised to 6. Next we'll do number 28, 4x into minus 2xy cube. That will be 4x. We cube this, minus 8, and cube this, and cube this. Now we have this number multiplied by this number. 4 times minus 8, that's minus 32. X raised to 1 times x cubed, that's x to the 4th, and y cubed. And that's the answer. Next will be number 32. 1/2 x, the whole thing cubed, 2x we cube this, so we cube the half, that's 1/8 x cubed, and we raise this to the fourth and this to the fourth, and that will be 16, and that's x to the fourth. Now we multiply the two numbers, 1/8 times 16, that's 2, and x cubed times x to the fourth. Here we add the powers, it's a power times a power, so we get x to the 7, and that's the answer. Next is number 48. X raised to 2a plus 6 equals x raised to 2a plus 1 squared. Here we are supposed to get the value of a. So first we have to find the power of x in each situation. So we have to square this power first. And when we square this, it's power to power, so we multiply. So we are going to multiply 2a plus 1 times 2, and that's 4a plus 2. If these two numbers are equal, since they have the same base, then the powers should be equal. So 2a plus 6 must equal to 4a plus 2. Right away we drop 2a from both sides, and we drop 2 from both sides, and we get 4. And here we divide by 2, and we get a equals to 2. And that's the answer. Next is number 50. X raised to 3a plus 5 into x raised to a to the fourth, and that's equal to plus 12. Again, we need to get the value of a, and it's going to be the same as the previous exercise. So we do this first. Power to power, we multiply this number times 2, and that will be 6a plus 10, times x raised to 4a, a times 4, and that's equal to x, 8a plus 12. Here, these two numbers are multiplied by each other, so we add the powers. So that will be 10a plus 10. We do not multiply the powers. It's a power times a power. So that will give us 10a plus 10, and that's equal to x, 8a plus 12. Again, if these two numbers are equal, since they have the same base, then these two powers must be equal. So 10a plus 10 equals 8a plus 12. Drop 8a from both sides, we get 2a, and remove 10 from both sides, and we get 2, and a equals to 1, dividing by 2 at this stage. And that's the answer. Next is number 52. Solve. The exponent of a power of 3 is 1 more than twice the exponent of power 27. What are the exponents? So we have exponent of power 27, of number 27, and that exponent or power is unknown, so we put it as x. And the power of the number 3 is 2x plus 1. It's 1 more than twice this power. And we're told that these two numbers are equal. Here, at this stage, we cannot do anything because we have a base of 27 and a base of 3. We need to change one of them to be either this base 3 or this base 27. This is the easier one to change because 27 equals 3 cubed. 3 times 3 times 3. So we can replace 27 with 3 cubed. And this whole thing is raised to x. Here we have power to power, so that will be 3 raised to 3x equals to 3 raised to 2x plus 1. Now we equate the powers, 3x equals to 2x plus 1. Drop 2x from both sides and we get x equals to 1. So when 27 is raised to 1, let's do a quick check. 27 raised to power 1. Is it the same as 3 raised to power 1 times 2 plus 1, and that's 3. And here we get 27 equals to 27, and our work is correct. And with this we come to